I know, I'm going to be dreaming tonight going, hey, hey.
All right. One click up, but we'll have your headlights on, okay?
Okay.
And everything else, you know.
Start button.
Start button is the green. Just hold her in, yeah. This machine has nearly 11,000 kilometers on it. 10,830. So we're pretty well equivalent for amount of K. Mine's 13, 14,000. Now the reason why we switched is he's waiting for some Elkas. He blew his suspension in the rear. So he couldn't wait, so he bought himself some rear shocks at Oro Distributing, from what I remember. And don't remember the brand name. Oh, yeah, that water's cold. That stop sign needs to be cleared. Let's do a little off-road here. Oh yeah, it's nice and soft. Nice and soft.
It's a lot stiffer.
Yeah.
It's a lot stiffer.
Yeah.
That one there, you're going to sway a bit more.
Yeah. I noticed that you can feel it in the steering a bit too, a little more.
Yeah.
You can
It'll sway a little.
You can ride this all day and be comfortable.
Yeah. That's just the way it's set up.
Yeah. This ATV is well balanced too. It's actually perfect for me for standing up. My elbows are slightly bent. You don't feel anything in the handles at all. Well, maybe a slight, very slight vibration. Nothing that would bother you. Definitely the torque though. It takes a second for it to get going when you hit the gas full throttle. Mine pulls you back. Like if I'm doing 50, 60K and I hit it, I can spin the tires in that thing. I'd adjust the rebound on this a little bit differently. Going over those. A little bit of a push up at the end when you come out of them. You can tell it's kind of like full extension, a little too quick there. But that'll be different when he gets his Elkas. Also, he has this set up for him too. Try going on the corner. Yeah, I can't throw the rear end around on this thing. I I'm used to doing that with mine. I got to really exaggerate everything rather than just hit the gas to get the rear end to the ground. I have to throw the front end around and back in again. Still, that's still hard. Yeah, especially like when we were talking earlier about the suspension, soft suspension. When you come around the corner and if I do a sudden right turn, put the rear on the left, the front left corner here dives. Wonder what the horsepower and torque rating is on this machine. Probably 75 horsepower, maybe. I think 4800. Excuse me. No, I know the torque ratings, the horsepower ratings are rated differently on CFMOTO compared to mine. They rate theirs at the not the wheel, but at the transmission or something like that. I don't know. Something different. Someone told me that once. I'm purposely hitting holes just to see how it reacts. I know the rear suspension on this is different than mine, different style. There's the torque. Yeah. Yeah, you point. Where you point, that's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stiff.
Yeah.
The movement of it, you gotta.
Yeah.
You know you're moving the hard.
Yeah. I was just saying back there, when if I want to slide the rear end around like puddles, with that I do a slight and I hit the gas and the torque takes it. Where this one you kind of gotta throw the front end a bit to get it to go, right? It's comfortable though, I like this. What would the horsepower be rated? 75 maybe? 70?
What's that?
70 horsepower?
That one? No, 64.
64? Pretty close.
I don't know, it goes fast enough for me.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fast. Yeah. Trying it out. CFMOTO's have a horn and signal lights. I just saw it there. Give her a little honk. There was a kit that you could get from mine. I saw actually in Europe where they converted the reflectors on the inner part of the machine to signal lights. Can't remember if I found it or like the kit itself, or I just saw a machine with it. But I'd love to get that one day. 'Cause eventually they're gonna, you know, they've had that bill passed, Bill 107, that we could go on the roads, but municipalities blocked some of it. Not forward thinking, I tell you. You know, get them people have radial tires. I understand not having mine on there, even though I could go on there. But if I had radial tires, I'd drive that thing to work every day. You notice how you can regulate the sound, the exhaust just being easy. It's like, it's not loud, right?
Yeah, no.
It's great, right? Then you can hit it and hit it loud. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I do it.
No, it's quiet. You only,
Yeah.
jab it, then you get the bar.
Yeah. I do that to warn people, like if they're ahead of me or something like that, hit it, you know. It's interesting just watching my suspension react. Whoops. Well, I shouldn't have worn a white shirt.
Milk was a bad choice.
I did that with the frickin' fireman's ride, that dusty ride. Couldn't get the brown out of it. Ah, they're just frickin' Walmart George brand shirts, you know. You get like 6 of them for next to nothing. I'm doing laundry tonight anyway. Well, I can't go to grab a beer on the way home until that. Well, maybe I can. I don't say it's tie-dyed. His CVT doesn't get hot like mine. He's also got a CB Tech clutch. I'm pretty sure they had them in these ones. I know they got them in the new ones anyway. I wonder if the GoPro's still recording here. Looks like the light's still flashing off and on. It's got to be pretty close though. Trying to get a better view for the camera. I get the splash every time on the white shirt. Oh well, they're work shirts now. That's what they are. Or ATV shirts. Stand on the back ones and then hit the gas hard when you take off.
Funny guy. Right up. I'll be off the bear.
Well, I wouldn't mind getting your opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
on everything?
Yeah.
I'm glad you got it fixed. It's running great.
Yeah, yeah.
It is running good. Shocks are really good. The way they're set up right now, faster, better.
Yeah.
I find slower, it just, you get a bit more pounding because it's so stiff.
Yeah.
But when you go faster, you're skimming more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of the bigger whoops, yeah, when you come out of it and you hit them, you don't really notice them.
Yeah.
You know, you're not banging down into them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like for shocks, like for your Elka shocks, yeah. It was nice. They were good. Like I said, I found though, the faster you went, the smoother the ride was, and then you just were right. It didn't seem to bother much of anything, you know, the water or dips or that.
What about the machine
Oh,
itself?
the machine itself, it's
Like,
awesome. I'm not used to that kind of power, right?
Yeah.
Like, not like, rap. It's right there,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Especially when you throw it into low range.
Yeah, you notice the big difference, eh?
Yeah, once you throw it in the low range, it was just like just giving a little bit of gas, and I'm watching the speedometer just go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I've gained 10 miles an hour just like that. I'm doing 40 now. I'm doing over 50.
Yeah.
Right. It's just with a little bit of throttle. It was high range was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you? Yeah, no, the high range it worked good. I can't believe you can go that fast in low range.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, it was I think I was only maybe 4,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't.
I think you get up like 65 or something on that.
Okay.
I think it's like 65K or something, or 70K, or can get it.
Yeah. So I mean, at that RPM, you're nowhere near. Like, I don't know what if there's a red line in this. I don't know.
I think it's what, 9,500 or something.
Oh, is it that high? Well, I was looking.
Yeah,
I
95.
8. I don't see anything. Right?
Yeah, 8,000. It starts to turn into the white.
Oh, okay.
So you can still go faster than that.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. I mean, other than that machine, it was. Of course, yours is like mine. The water likes to spray up through the floorboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a few of them there, I watched the water roll down my jeans. I had so much water on the jeans. Right?
Is there anything that you would change, on that ride?
Maybe just
Like positioning of handlebars or anything like that, or?
everything was good. Your foot pegs,
Mm-hmm.
I find are a little coarser than mine.
Yeah.
And I just in running shoes,
Yeah.
I could feel the.
Yeah, right in your shoe probably, right?
I
Yeah.
could feel it digging into my shoe, right?
Yeah.
So it was getting actually uncomfortable.
Yeah. These are okay. My motocross boots, you don't notice
Yeah,
anything.
you wouldn't notice it then
Yeah.
when you're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I did stand on the back when I went through the water. But it was about the same depth of water on yours as it was on mine going through there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, the machine running really good. I mean, you just got poof.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's just there's not really. You don't have to really steer it much to like go around anything.
Yeah.
It's just give a bit of
Yeah,
throttle.
and just a barely a tap.
Barely, you're just barely just moving the steering, and the back end will swing around it. Right?
Yeah.
As you're giving the throttle. No, that was great. That's quite impressed with it.
You've never driven an XMR before?
I have never driven an MXR. Oh, I've never driven a Can-Am before.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've never been on a Can-Am.
Okay.
I don't think that. No. No, never been.
Okay,
on a
this is
Can-Am.
good then. This is a first time experience.
Yeah,
here.
it's a first time experience. So it's just like, the power was just awesome from what I'm used to, right?
The newer ones have a little more power. I think they have maybe 5 or 6 more horsepower than that.
Yeah.
Stock. Mine probably has the same power as it is, comparable now because I got the tuner on there, right? But
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. Now this is the 1,000.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No standard clutch. Now, if you had the aftermarket clutching on there, you'd hit the power and the front end would come way up.
Yeah.
On this thing. Now the longer, it's like 8 inches longer for the double.
Well, yours is like mine. Now I don't know. Yours. Do you have another seat?
Yeah, I have a seat that locks in there.
That
This
locks in.
this comes out and it replaces it with a seat.
Yeah, it's the same with mine.
Yeah.
You take that out and put a seat in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was surprised, and even with the tires, that I thought those lug tires would make it more,
Yeah.
like driving a tractor down the road.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing,
Right. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Like
No, the ride's not that bad on it.
Mhm.
I said you're just riding the rail trail, and you weren't bouncing or that.
Mhm.
The new shocks, they were awesome.
And the power steering on that is set to full. There are 3 different settings. I always keep it on the full setting.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of not having a
Yeah.
assistance, right?
Yours because too, you've got very you're not much padding there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you feel it more in your hands, more so than mine.
Yes, I know it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just a softer on the hands. That's all. Because your steering, the steering's tight.
Yeah.
The steering's very tight on this.
Yeah.
But like you say, you can adjust your power steering in that. I can't on mine. That's whatever it is. That's it.
I don't see any reason to go any lower. I like to have it on full. I don't understand the reason for it. Why would you ever have it on low anyway?
Low for what?
It's assistance.
It's
on full assistance on it. Where it's the other way, it would be like less power steering, you know?
Less power steering. The only thing I could think of doing that is.
Thank you, sir. See you next time round.
All right. Nice seeing you out, Barry.
See you later, Barry. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Take care. John, take care.
Would be if you're doing high speed.
Yeah.
Because then you're not getting the twitchiness in your steering if you have too much power steering.
Okay.
That's where, I guess if you're running high speed down a fire road or something like that,
Okay.
you want to back it off a little bit so it's not so twitchy.
Okay.
That's the only thing I could see. But for what the bike does and what it's meant for, right? It's not set up for trail.
No, not at all. No.
Right? It's not really a
It's a mud machine.
It's a mud machine, right?
Yeah. But I made a video calling it the ultimate machine because you can freaking do everything. Right? Like now you realize when you're going down the trails like just how good it is for mud tires.
Yeah, no. I was really quite surprised with the tires. I wasn't just, hitting the rocks or whatever on the trail and it wasn't it wasn't throwing you all over, or it wasn't all just one guy came in here one time before and he was complaining, oh, the trail's so rough, and he had tires something like this or whatever. And I'm going, well, buddy, it's the tires you got on it, right?
Yeah.
But no, these seem to be.
Yeah, like the previous tires, I had the Silverbacks.
Yeah.
And at slow speeds, this whole thing would shake. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom.
well, that's what I meant. You would get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these ones don't do that at all. They're smooth. And I think it's because of this point right here. Like Moto Havocs, they have a little line that comes up here a bit. Mine doesn't. But still, you're like that far away between the points, right?
Yeah, so you actually have a center lug that you're riding on.
Yes. Yeah.
When you're riding on a flat trail, you got a center lug to ride on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're staggered enough that it makes it a contact.
Yep.
Right, with both paddles as you're going, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That hit the ground.
And they're not, they're not like yours, where you can feel the grip on the gravel.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the idea of it being a little loose because I like to throw it around and be able to throw it around a little bit easier, on stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, that's, no problem. It was really nice. Really nice. I know I'm going to be dreaming tonight going, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I got to shut off the video. I got you on video here.
Oh.
I forgot you were a stander. I kind of put it so it was like, I didn't remember if you were a stander or a sitter, so I kind of got in between. So hopefully I got your face in there.
Yeah, I stand a lot.
Yeah, I 99% I stand.
Yeah, I stand a lot, so.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to work on the video at night.
Yeah.
I got 2 videos upload.
Yeah, for an old guy, I still like to stand in that.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to predict everything. It's easier on your knee.
And I can see down the trail better, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
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 Yeah, your machine, you could obviously feel that it was softer.
Yeah.
And but you could obviously be on that all day riding and not get tired.
Yeah.
Not get tired doing it.
Yeah, I can ride that all day and not be wore out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the position of your handlebars. I like where they were for standing. Mine are a little more straighter, I think, than yours are.
Yeah.
But you replaced the rear shocks, right?
Yeah, those shocks are on there right now are just some Wolf Tech that I bought from Royal Distributing.
Right, that's what I said.
The other ones were totally backed, right?
I thought they were Royal Distributing. I said that when I was talking.
I needed something right? So they were $400. They were $200 a piece for them.
Okay.
But I said, if I want to ride, I need something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm sitting there still waiting for the Elka shocks to show up.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what time is it? You should phone him. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, 4:30. No, he's gone home.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, those mirrors, I just bought those. Those are aftermarket ones they were like $30 for the pair.
Okay.
I like them because they shine good over your shoulder.
I never even looked at them when I was always looking at you. Mine are pointed too low. Mine are when you're sitting, you gotta do that.
Yeah, they're kind of pointed down. Well,
Yeah.
they're bouncing down like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the tires though for trail. They were nice. They're wider tires in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're 10s on the front and 11s on the back.
Wasn't it a couple years ago that CFMOTO made like a mud machine? ATV went to an event and they had 2 of them there, but they never really went into production with them.
Yeah, I think they did. I think there was a mud edition. They just showed it, but I don't think they ever actually sold any.
Yeah. I wish they did, because it's like the Corvette. Not everyone's buying a Corvette, but everyone knows a Corvette and what it can do, right? So I think every company should build a machine that will scare people.
Yeah.
Just to say, first of all, their engineers go, well, let's have some fun, but also you're showing what you can do and people can buy it, right?
Yeah. You figure with the weight of the chainsaw on that off the front, it would be a little different ride.
One thing I said, I noticed it was very 50-50. I felt for weight distribution.
Yeah.
I really noticed that when I was riding it. Mine, I think, is more like 60-40.
Yeah.
60 in the.
This thing's heavy. This bike is.
Yeah.
It's just almost tipping 1,000 pounds for it.
That's what mine is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing with me on it was 1,475 pounds. Sorry. When I had the box on it,
Yeah.
the tires, the better tires, it was 1,475 pounds. I went to the dump and got it weighed.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
That was before I ordered the shocks, because they wanted to know, and I was like, well, here's actually what it is,
Oh yeah.
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 Well, that's what that guy at the show said, eh? That we went to.
Oh, yeah.
Said he wanted to know everything about the bike,
Yeah,
what's going on.
Elka.
The thing with suspension, though, it's not based on here. It's based on what's coming down on it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's I said. It's based on your rider weight, your style of riding, you know, and the machine, right? What kind of machine is it? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully all that works out. Yeah, I found your bars, I think, are narrower than mine.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I think so too. They are. I am adjusted on number +1 there. That you can spin them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's just comfortable for me where they are now.
Yeah, I just basically set mine up so that I know for standing, right? I had loosened them off and had them set up.
One thing I don't like is the brake on this side.
On the throttle side?
Yeah, I like to have it separately.
Yeah.
You know, so I focus on one thing or do both.
Yeah.
You know, one or the other.
Yeah, if I'm going too fast on the throttle, I want to be able to grab a brake.
Yeah.
Not have my hand on the throttle still while I'm trying to reach for a brake.
Exactly, because you could slip or something. Plus I use the brake as like telling someone behind me there's something coming up. I'll tap.
Yeah.
When I can still have the throttle on.
Yeah.
Whereas there I'd have to take it off and do it. You know.
Yeah. And the CF motors are all the same way.
Yeah.
Do you have a foot brake on here on the other side? Like on the foot?
The foot brake's on the right side.
Well, there's a foot on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. But originally, this one was everything, right? You just changed it so it's separate.
Yeah.
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 That one it was split.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So one you put on the front brake handle, then it also applied the.
Yeah. This one does that. This one's all on the handle. If you went into Renegade, at least the older Renegades,
Yeah.
it was they had 2 brakes up here, front and rear, separate.
Okay.
Now they're back to this. They're this one now, the little one, the new ones. But
Yeah, they're all like that, but I just said with the troubles I had, and I found when I've had them linked, they worked the brakes, the front brakes worked even worse.
Oh.
Like for stopping power, I
Really?
got more stopping power now than before when they were linked.
That must be the lines must be expanding then.
Well, no, they're all stainless. They're all braided lines on this thing.
Really? And it still did that.
And
I wonder
it still
what.
did that. So I don't. As I said, it was weird.
Yeah.
And
And you gotta watch when it's windy.
his is linked. Michael's is linked, and you can hit that front brake, and it'll throw you over the handlebars. This one here, from day one, it's always been that way. That you gotta grab a handful if you want to use it for any stopping power.
Yeah.
The back will lock. The back will lock up,
Yeah.
right? But
That's odd.
They've got lots of branches sticking out.
yeah,
It's hard on me cutting all that. But, you know, you don't wanna drop
it
another
just
one
made
on
it,
top,
or
no?
you hit the foot brake,
Got one big mess there, no?
and you happen to just grab the handful of the front. The front was rock hard, and you couldn't even squeeze it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was really weird.
I should have wore these instead of my running shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. All in that
Well-
though, felt okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's great.
Rubber boots on, 'cause that
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
That was a good experience.
low.
I like doing stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's down on horsepower compared to
Yeah.
the other ones of this size, the 800s. I mean, it's only 64.
Yeah. I think it was probably about a 30 horsepower difference between both. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine's 92 or 96. One or the other.
Yeah.
It's probably 96 with the tuning.
Well, I got a Can-Am filter and all that on it now, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit more, probably just a few ponies more, but that's
Yeah.
about it. The newer ones are the exact same. The 800s are still the same
Yeah.
horsepower,
Okay.
and the 1000s are only like 74, like 10 more horsepower
Yeah.
on 1000. So I mean,
Well, I think they also rate their horsepower and torque differently compared to.
apparently no.
No.
Apparently they do they measure like everyone else off the crank.
Oh, okay.
It was one of the questions that somebody asked, and I saw a video, and the dealer said no. They do it right, measure it off the crank like everyone else. Because they said no, they measured them off the rear wheel. That's
Yeah.
why it's lower.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, but no, apparently they measured it right off the crank. But a lot of the stuff on this is, I swear, like the oil filter and all that kind of stuff. It's a Can-Am.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
I look at the oil filter for an 800 Can-Am. It looks identical to mine.
Oh yeah.
The little cartridge filter that goes in, the paper filter,
Yeah.
right?
That was cool. Enjoyed the ride today.
Yeah, it was
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you
Yeah, it
very
was
much
fun.
for letting me try yours.
Yeah.
That
Thank you
is-
for letting me get on yours there.
Yeah.